Good morning, my dear students. How are you? Oh, all of you are fine. Okay, my dear students. Today is the third session, which concept we are also discussing under paper PC-2 Unit 9, that is development of writing skill. So that unit we have to continue today. So in the session 3, you can find our learning points, that is mechanics of writing. So under that mechanics of writing, we have to discuss, that is handwriting, spelling, punctuation mark. Okay. In detail, we have to discuss through the learning activities. So for that, first we have to discuss about a warm-up activity. So all of you are ready to participate in the warm-up activity? Okay, I know my students can definitely can participate in the warm-up activity. Okay, so let's join. So here you can find there are three pictures presented before you. In the three pictures, you can find different types of the handwritings are also there. Okay. So look at the picture carefully and say which type of handwriting you like most and why. The next thing is also why the learners need to develop such type of mechanics of writing. If yes, are there any ways for developing the mechanics of writing among our learners? Okay, take some time and also tell me the answer. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we have to search the answer through the different activities. Okay, so for that purpose, we have to proceed to the writing purpose. Before that, we have to discuss about the pre-writing, which is highly essential for our learners. So first you have to develop the motor skill of your learners. That is also the psychomotor skill of your learners. In the psychomotor skill, that is also both the fine motor skill and also the gross motor skill you have to develop. But directly you should not start the alphabet. Okay. For that purpose, you have to conduct the activity, that is also to pick up the things with feathers, play with dove and also the water. Then they have to also taught how to draw a line or the box or a circle by the help of the strokes. Then you can also teach to the learners to draw the easy cartoons in the sand, also the clay, or also in the floor by using their fingers. Okay. So when their fingers and also the tips will be balanced in the proper movement, then you can also proceed towards also your writing the alphabet. So these mechanics you have to follow at the level of pre-writing. Okay. Then you have to also proceed towards the writing, that is handwriting. In this activity, in this learning activity, my dear students, you can find here that look at the picture, you can find the simple strokes are also at the initial stage has been started. Then towards also the complex. Why? Because it will easily they can also write. So here that's why the strokes are also be used, so they can also follow, they can see and they can follow the strokes, and accordingly they can copy the alphabet from the above line, and also at the below line they have to on the unjoined form they have to also write. Okay. So then you have to proceed towards also the alphabet, that is also from A to Z you may also proceed. So by following the different strokes, that's why the stroke are also indicated here, then they can also write. The next thing is also after development of that things, then you can proceed towards also writing directly the alphabets. There is no need of also your strokes. So directly they can also copy the alphabet and also write it down on the unjoined form. Next thing is also the students have to read the picture, read the words, and also follow the handwriting, how the words are also written in the unjoined printed form, and accordingly they can also copy the handwriting and also they can write, right? So next activity is also you can find here there is a sentence is written here. The students will be instructed to write the sentence in unjoined printed form. Okay, so they have to write it down. Next thing is also after development of the writing skills, definitely we have to focus some of the major steps. Why? Because we need the legible handwriting of our learners. So all of you know that our father of the nation, M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, has told a thing that is also the good handwriting is the necessary part of education. So that's why, as a teacher, you must have to insist your learners how to write the legible handwriting. Okay, for that purpose, you can use the mother tongue as the resource, which is also act as a positive resource for handwriting skill, for developing the handwriting skill. Yes. The next thing also, you have to instruct your learners to place their notebook on the plane and also hard surface. Whatever they also the plane and hard surface is available with them, either that is also their table or also their ground, or also there also you can find the mat, whatever they are also available. So the plane and also hard surface should be used. The next thing is also the right kind of instrument should be used by the learners. What are the right kinds of? That is also, suppose the students should not instructed to use the pen, they have to instructed to use the pencil first. Okay. So then, because they can also use write the different alphabets of the strokes. Then also you have to instruct the learners to use the line copy. Okay. Then they have to keep the margin at the top and also the left side of the paper, and they have to use the line handwriting books to begin with. Then after development of the different strokes, they have to follow the right direction in writing the alphabets. Okay. Then use unjoined printed letters, and also their letters neither too big nor too small. Then provide the right space between the words and also between the sentences. Their writing uh, should tilt just slightly to the right, not exactly to the straight, not exactly to the left, not exactly to the right, and avoid the overwriting. Then be aware of the problem. As a teacher, you should be aware of the problem letters or problem writing of the learners, so that accordingly the measure steps you can also take again, so that their writing will be developed. Then use only the printed capital and also the printed small letters, and make them clear cut distinction between the clear capital and also the corresponding small letters. Okay. Then we have to also discuss about the teaching of handwriting. How can you make your teaching of handwriting as an interesting and also enjoyable for the learners? If you are teaching handwriting as an isolated way, so it is meaningless, it is vague for the learners. The students can also feel bored. So that's why you have to associate your teaching of handwriting with various learning activities. Just for example, you can associate your teaching of handwriting with the teaching of vocabulary through the crossword puzzles or the picture writing like this. So then you have to also combine the teaching of handwriting with the teaching of short sentences through the crossword puzzle and also picture writing. Then another thing also, you have to combine the teaching of handwriting with the teaching of reading. Then also the combine workbooks with the handwriting books. Okay. If you will follow such type of the activities in your teaching learning process for writing of handwriting, so your teaching will be meaningful for the learners. So there is a self-assessment question for you. Yes, to know the progress. Okay. The question is, how can you improve the English handwriting of the learners? Yes, try your level best, take some time. Okay, thank you. Next we have to discuss about, that is the spelling. So here this question is also very experience based question. So that question is, why do our learners make mistakes in English spelling? So definitely you can find that most of the learners are also committing in the errors in spelling of English words. So why? So to minimize that spelling errors, we have to follow some of these steps. So think, here there is a word, that word is more than one syllable, and which ends with a single vowel followed by a single consonant. In that case, so the last consonant will be doubled, and also ed will be added if you are also writing the past form of the word. That is control, controlled. Okay. Similarly, you can proceed to the next one. There is a single syllable word which ends with a single vowel followed by a single consonant. So here that uh, uh, the consonant will be double before adding ing. So just for example, that is run, the consonant is n, it is a single, that is run is a single syllable word, so that is running, running. Okay. Then proceed to the next one, that is if a verb of one syllable which does not end in a single vowel followed by a single consonant, just only simple you can also add the ing. That is deal, dealing. There is no other changes. Okay. Then help, helping. Similarly, another thing, that is when a verb ends in e, that also you have to add the ing. In that case, e is also last. That is bite, biting. Bite is deleted here. That is biting, biting. Then come, come, come. E is to be deleted. So that then coming, coming. So, but in other cases, you can find some of the exceptions, that is agree, agreeing. Okay. Die, dying, like this. Only you can also use this. Okay. Another thing is also if any adjective you are also writing the adverb. So here only the last with that adjective ends with the L, then only the L will be double and also use Y. That is beautiful, beautifully. Then faithful, faithfully, like this. The L is also doubled and Y is added. Okay. Then some other adjectives you can find which ends in Y have corresponding the adverb and also the noun, which is also Y is replaced by an I. Just example, busy, busily. Y is deleted here. Then busily, busily. Similarly, merry, merry, merry. So Y is to be deleted. So then merry, uh, merrily, merrily. Okay. So if you can also use such type of the rules, language rules to the learners, by followed by the different examples and illustration, so then their spelling error will be minimized. Then next activity is also you can find here, there is a learning activity, that is the ladder game. So you have to proceed from bus to cat. There are 4 steps. The 2 steps are also missed here. You have to write 2 words, but each step you have to change a single letter only. Okay. Proceed from bus to cat. Yes. By this activity, you can also develop the spelling of the learners. Then another interesting activity, that is also hangman game. You are standing here, my dear students. So there is a word, that word is not written here, only the dash are also there. So you have to write, I have thought a word, you have to write that word, supplying the alphabet. If you commit any error, so that a any part of your body at each step I will cut down. So such type of the steps will be followed till to the end of your different parts of the body. So then uh, so you can develop the spelling of your learners by following such type of the activity. So there is a self-assessment question for you. The question is, how can you improve the spelling of English words among the learners? Yes, my dear students. Okay. So we can consolidate here that first we have to develop the correct pronunciation of the words. If our students are pronouncing the words correctly, definitely their spelling will be correct, because the pronunciation accelerate towards also the spelling. Then the reading habit of the learner should be developed. What type of reading material at the level of their learning level, so accordingly that material should be provided to the learners to read voraciously. They have to read so that their spelling will be minimized. Then associate with the language rules through the illustration, through the examples, so that it will be easy to spell the word correctly. Then various language activity and also the vocabulary activities or the language games we have to conduct before the learners, so that they can also develop the spelling. Okay. Then we have to discuss the punctuation. Yes. So before discussion, uh, there are two questions. Um, yes, you think and say what is punctuation mark and where to use what type of punctuation mark. Yes, okay. Take some time. Yes, okay. All of you are also know that there are various types of the punctuation mark. That is also your full stop. That full stop you also you can use at the end of your declarative sentence, right? So then similarly you can use the question mark uh, at the end of your question sentence, that is also interrogative sentence, whether it is yes no question or double H question, you have to use question mark. Then in exclamatory sentence you can also use the exclamation sign. Then similarly the comma you can also use. So some of the words or some of the words you are also writing at that also which you can also use, that is also the comma. Then also you can use the semicolon, the colon, then the hyphen, the dash, the capital letters, and also the bracket or the parenthesis. Okay. So after developing the skills of using the punctuation mark, definitely our students can write the paragraph or the sentence in the meaningful order and which is comprehensible for them. Okay. So then next activity, you can instruct your learners to write their name in the unjoined printed form. The next thing, the last next thing you can find here, the there are some of the words which are also you can find some of the mistakes, that is also the spelling errors. So correct these words consulting the dictionary. Okay. Then next activity is also you can find here, that is there is a paragraph. In this paragraph you can find there is no punctuation mark. So you have to use the punctuation mark, the right kind of punctuation mark at the right place, and also rewrite the paragraph. Okay. Then there is also the self-assessment question for you. What do you mean by punctuation mark? Okay. Yes. Yes. Know your progress. Try your level best, my dear students. Okay. We can consolidate here that punctuation stands for different markers used in writing to separate the sentences or the phrases. So in this session, today's session, we are discussing about the mechanics of writing. In that mechanics of writing, we are also discussing about the pre-writing and also the handwriting, how to teach your handwriting in the enjoyable and also interesting manner, then also the spelling and also the various kinds of the punctuation mark. Okay. So thank you, my dear students. Stay home, stay safe. Okay, thank you.